Hello. So you've just bought yourself a Rollator and I'm sure you're already looking at it thinking, what do I do now? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to help you through the process. What we're going to do, we're going to get it out the box, we're going to put it together, we're going to set it up nice and safely, and then we're going to put it to use. So let's begin. So when you get your box, it'll look like this. What you'll need is something sharp like scissors or a box cutter just to get in there to get your Rollator out. There's also a couple of cable ties that will just need snipping, but always go very careful with that. The most important thing though is that when you do get your Rollator out is to make sure that everything is there, but we'll come to that in a minute. So without further ado, let's unbox it. Always check the box to make sure that there's nothing in the bottom. The only thing in here at the moment is the plastic. So we can get rid of this now. So as you can see, when your Rollator is out like this, you've got your cable ties and things there, you've got a few bits of polystyrene just for protection and a little bit of plastic wrap. So all of that is going to need to come off. What I normally do is I would lay it down on the floor in order to do it properly. You can also do it upwards, however way you want. Main thing is to get those bits off. So let's do that now, shall we? Now, just so you know, these two are the tightest ones, so you've really got to get in there. Just be really careful not to accidentally cut the brake cables or to scratch your paintwork, okay? So these bits here are your handlebars, so we'll just swap them over, take the plastic sheeting off and just set them aside for now, okay? But remember, they are attached by the brake cables. So here you've got your backrest. Now again, we can set this aside because we're going to come back to that later. Again, just make sure it's got all the bits attached and we'll get the main bit put up now. Now when you open the storage compartment of the Rollator, fresh out the box, you'll find in there these two things. Now what we've got is we've got the printed instruction manual with all your information in there. So keep hold of that, pop it to the side. And what you've also got here in this little plastic bag is you've got your hand wheels. Now we'll come back to those and what we're going to use them for a bit later. These are the only bits really that can get lost. So just keep them somewhere safe. Keep them in the bag for now, probably best. And what we'll do now is we'll get the main body of the Rollator standing up. First things first though, let's clear away a bit of this rubbish. So we're ready for the next stage, getting the Rollator standing up. Now this next bit can sometimes be a bit stiff, but don't worry because that's perfectly normal. Now don't forget that at either side you've got your two handlebars. Now they can stay where they are for now because the main thing you need to find on the Rollator is this bit. So what we've got here is we've got the strap which is underneath the seat. And what you want to do is you want to lift up your Rollator so that it's standing on its wheels. And then what you want to do, push down. You've got these bits at the side here, look, and we're going to push them down so that the Rollator is standing. And now I'm going to show you the next bit. So now that it's standing up, what we want to do is sort the handlebars out. Now the handlebars are still at the sides here, and the important thing is that we want to make sure that they actually go in to these holes here and that they go all the way to the bottom. Don't worry too much about getting it to the right height just yet. We just want to make sure that it goes in like that. Now another important thing to mention here is that with the brake cable, you don't want the brake cable on the inside where the seating area is. You want the brake cable to be on the outside. So as you're putting the handlebars in, just be aware of that, okay? Now, what we want is we want the handlebars to be ideally at the height where your hands will naturally rest by your sides, okay? So, if I lift them up there, look like that, you'll see that it comes to about two notches there. So I know that when it comes time to fix them in place, I need to see those two notches above the top there. Now this is where the hand wheels come in, and I'm going to talk you through that now. Okay, so there's your two hand wheels there. And what we're going to do is we're going to fix these handlebars into place using these. So coming down to this level here, let's have a look. So what we want to do, we want to get it to the right height. So again, I was 2 notches. Feel around for the hole here, and this is where your hand wheel is going to go. So just slot it in there, start to tighten it up. It'll start to come through on the other side. You want to get it nice and tight on there so that the handle will be in place. Now, one last thing to mention before we get rolling, just remember that the wheels have got plastic wrap on them. So before we go anywhere, we're going to need to take that off. So now your rollator is pretty much good to go. Just give it a little wheel around like this. Make sure the wheels are moving nice and freely and smoothly, that there's nothing catching, that it's not wobbling, that it's all even. Feels good to me. Now, in order to use the rollator safely, we're going to need to know how the brakes work. And the good thing is, it's really simple. These brakes are a bit like bicycle brakes. So all you need to do, if you're moving with your rollator, just give it a squeeze and that will slow you down and stop you. And also what you can do with the brakes is if you push them down like this, they'll lock into place and now your rollator will be stationary. If you want to get it moving again, just pull up and the brakes will click out and you can start moving again. Now, if you want to use the rollator to sit down, you're going to need to make sure that those brakes are locked into place. And, well, before we do any sitting down, we're going to need to put the backrest on it. So let's do that now, shall we? So on the backrest, you'll see that you've got one of these buttons on each side. And when you press it down, that little catch goes in and out on a spring. And this is what we're going to use to fix this to your rollator. So what you want to do, get one in on either side there, if it'll let me. Press the buttons in and then let it slide in until we hear the clicks. Now, if we lift that up and give it a little push, a little tug, we know that it's fixed in place and now the backrest is good to go. Now, just to show you how we use that seat again, so making sure that the brakes on both sides are locked in, you can now sit yourself down and with that backrest attached, now you can relax. Take a breather. Take as much time as you want. Have a cup of tea and a biscuit if you like, and when you're ready to get moving again, just stand yourself up, turn yourself round, take the brakes off, and we're good to go. And that is pretty much it. If you are unsure about anything at all, feel free to watch through the instruction video again. And don't forget, you've also got your instruction manual that's got all the information printed in there from cover to cover. And if you have any other questions or queries, get in touch with the guys at Humber Mobility Centre because we're always happy to talk to you. So, enjoy your new rollator and take care.